Chapter 912, Amigasa Village.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Podcast. We tricked you again. You're back. You just can't stay away, can you? You're weak. You're cowardly. Consume. I'm the best guy ever, and we're joined, as always, by the Hypocrite.
Oh, what a lovely day it is to watch us reading and talking about One Piece.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. And speaking of that, what do you know? There's a new chapter today.
What do you fucking know?
It's surprising. Chapter 912, Amigasa Village.
1-2 punch, also known in boxing terms as 1-2 punch, because the big doubles page spread here, which is really cool, is Chopper's got boxing gloves and everyone's doing cool things.
When you say that, I want to punch you, huh? Right? All right, good.
Yeah, agree.
Hey, important note. First of all, this cover page is colored in great. It's an Olympics thing, clearly. I like it. It's good. Everyone's doing cool sport
Robin,
things.
though.
I mean, of course, we have to talk about Robin. Robin is killing it. This is the year of Robin, without question. She is a true brony, equestrian god on that horse. Just looking so good. Looking so good. She's rocking that top hat, looking like a true gentleman. It's great.
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
Yeah. Yep. Usopp.
I'd like to imagine that she does like
people.
the Olympic equestrian horse dancing or whatever it's called. You ever seen
horse
that?
dancing? Is that where they make him like prance and whatnot?
Yeah, the prancing something or other. all the girls go,
Yeah.
ooh, I like the Olympics now. I'm into sports. And you're like, no, you don't. No, you're
What's
not.
with chicks and horses, man?
What
What's with
the
chicks
fuck's
and
it? That's
horses?
my favorite movie, George of the Jungle.
Right, that's the one. That's the one with my hero, punished. God damn, what's his name? Brendan Fraser. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
All right.
Hey, other important notes. Okay, this has affected my autism greatly. I've noticed that on all our heroes here on this cover. Oh, okay. Actually, first of all, where the fuck is Jinbei? Where the fuck is Jinbei, Oda? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? He's not in the crew. Just stop pretending he's not in the fucking crew. You're not putting him in any of the fucking color spreads. This is a joke. This is a fucking joke.
Maybe he listens to the podcast and he's like, you know what, those guys are right. I don't want Jinbei to join the crew.
Yeah.
I'll just go against it. He'll die somehow.
God, I hope so. So let's just talk real quick. I just want to say on this thing, in addition to the Jinbei thing, which is offensive and actual canonically annoying, here is Sanji. I like that he's doing the jet engine event, you know, like with his arms and just like with a big blast of air. Okay, but he's... What? What?
You know how swimming looks when you look at the swimming footage? They do that. That's like the breast.
No, I know.
The breaststroke or something.
I just thought it looked very fucking funny. But that's not what it is. It's that, okay, on every other Straw Hat member here, there is a skull and crossbones, like a Straw Hat skull and crossbones. Only on Sanji is it not here. And don't be thinking that it's because Sanji isn't wearing clothes. Because just to his left, we can see Frankie. He's wearing a jersey. They easily could have put the skull and crossbones on the jersey, but they put it on his skin. Why does Sanji not have it on him? This is annoying me quite a bit, and I don't understand why.
It's because it's on
Everyone
his
else has
pee-pee.
one.
It's on his pee-pee. You can't see
I'm
it.
sure it's on his, like, swimming trunks. I mean, I'm just fucking headcanon land here, Oda. You are a hack, and you can't be trusted to make these executive high-level decisions. Okay. All right. Everyone's already mad at me for nitpicking way too hard. Come on. I can't be the only one who thought this. I can't be. All right.
Yes, you can. Because
No,
I
can't.
didn't even notice.
Well, that's because I have a perceptive eye for hack authors such as Oda. All right. Anyway, chapter time.
Yes, so we have Longnose Tengu Benengu.
Oh, I forget his name, but whatever.
It'll be
doesn't
shown
matter.
in the next page, and he's like...
Oh, right.
Yes, so Podcast Ace. And Luffy just drops a bomb on this girl. You said, yeah, he's dead.
Oh, that was good. Right, Ace was just the thing that happened at the end of last chapter. They're just like, Ace. And Luffy's like, what? And now, by the way, he's also dead.
Yeah,
yep,
like completely emotionlessly.
Yep.
Just sort I can feel that this is sort of like a way that Luffy is like not, I guess, coping with it. I guess, like, you know, if he doesn't think about it too hard, he just
doesn't run
as long
from
as he
this
says
shit.
it out loud more often, then he's like, yes.
I mean, if you recall, I mean, it just reminds me of after Luffy woke up after the war. I mean, he saw Ace die in his arms. But, like, after the time skip, after the flashback to, like, you know, when he was a kid with Ace and Sabo and all that, when we flash to the future, or back to the present, I mean, he's awake and he's running around, and then Jinbei stops him, and Luffy is running around saying, "Where's Ace? Where's Ace?" Like he had, like, dissociated and was like, he, like, blocked out the memory or something. But then Jinbei's like, "No, he's dead, Luffy." Hey, you know what that was? That was a cool thing Jinbei did. That was a thing I liked of Jinbei. It was good. It was not forced. It was good. It was good. But anyway, but now, like, as opposed to that, Luffy is just very upfront. He's just like, maybe even overcompensatingly so. Like, he isn't really over it because he's, like, so abrupt with it. But, I mean...
Yeah, I don't think Luffy's ever been the one to deal with any matter, like, delicately.
Yeah. True. That's true. And I like his bluntness a lot. I think it's one of his most endearing traits. Yeah. Like when Vivi in Alabasta... there was a moment in Alabasta where... like Vivi, because like the revolution was going on, like the big rebellion was happening, and like Vivi was like, okay, we need to go. All right, we were gonna go beat up Crocodile. Instead of that, let's go meet up with Cobra or whatever is like the head of the rebel faction. I forget, Vivi's old friend, and we'll do that thing, and like that will be like a way to minimize casualties. And Luffy like fights Vivi. He actually like punches her during this, and he's like, "No, what we're going to do is we're going to fight Crocodile because I want to do that, and I don't want to fuck around with the details. I just want to get down to the thing that's like the most important core issue here and just beat Crocodile." And that kind of like straightforwardness, you know, it's typical shonen protagonist, but Luffy just does it in a way that I like. It's good. I'm quite fond of this. And like everyone here we'll see in the next page or two is all getting on his case for, why'd you be so blunt about it? Why'd you be so blunt about it? Fuck tact. Just spit it out. It's fine.
It's also cool that he doesn't use the fact that Ace is his brother. He doesn't say this. He never says that Ace was his brother. He just says, he's dead.
Yeah, that's true.
And he doesn't think to bring it up, even though he, like, most people would in an attempt to calm them down or, like, to be more on their good side. Luffy doesn't think to do that because it's not important to him.
Luffy's not a guy who dwells in the past very much, and it's that double-edged sword of like, or that two-sided coin of like, on the one hand, it makes it believable that like Luffy would like not bring up his past, so all the many flashbacks in One Piece are like more understandable. But that's like the semi-negative. Well, no, that's like the positive side of it, as well as with this, where he's being consistent with that character. It's just like, yep, Ace is dead. You know, no point getting upset about it. And the negative side is just like, oh, well, that makes him a little bit silly and doesn't bring up stuff. But whatever, it's just like that. But this is a good way. It's a good way he's being like that, and I quite like it. This is Luffy being like really showing Luffy's character, as opposed to just like blank shonen template. And I quite like it. I quite respect it. It's cool. And on the next page, everyone's like, "No, you're lying. You're just a liar, big bro." And then she passes out.
I'm trying to think of like what like the shonen typical thing. I think the main thing that separates Luffy from your average shonen guy is that when he makes someone upset, he doesn't give a shit.
He doesn't care. No,
like he doesn't get flustered or be like, "Oh no, I'm sorry," or like, no. When he says something, even when it's like flippant. And it really causes a ruckus. He's like, "Well, I said it. What are you gonna do? I'm a pirate."
Luffy is way less like a Naruto or even a Ichigo from Bleach. He's much more like Gon Freaks. They're like almost like autistically like don't vibe with like what other people think. I mean, Gon is not like retarded like Luffy kind of is, but. They really just do what they want, and they really just are not that worried about like how other people are gonna deal with it. And frankly, that's a lot more interesting, and I'm quite fond of it.
Yeah. So the news of this makes what's her face pass out. I forgot her name. Otama. Yes.
Yeah.
And she's all crying and stuff, and we're getting we're gonna get a lot of information in the coming pages about what's going on. So now that she is like poisoned and stuff, this guy Tengu Yama Hitetsu orders Luffy to take her to.
Who's a bladesmith? He's a sword maker man.
Yeah, he says to go take her to a thing, to a doctor.
But don't skip over the fact that he is also a pretty female Kokeshi doll collector.
I mean,
that's
of
important. I mean, just look at him. You to gaze upon him and know that fact. Okay, all right, sorry.
And he says I am a bladesmith. I too have been waiting here for someone. So I guess that's the reason why he's trusting Luffy with the girl to go.
Yeah, I guess he can't leave for some reason.
I'm wondering who it could be. Like, if it's not Ace, then.
I hadn't thought about that. But I'm sure the fact that he said that means that it's plot relevant, is going to be something impressive. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's
What if it's Zoro Sensei?
Maybe it's Zoro. Maybe it's something like
No, Zoro Sensei. You know, the old man with the glasses.
Zoro. Oh, you mean the one from Dressrosa?
No, the beginning guy, like the guy who trained Zoro.
Oh, that guy, right.
Some people have been saying, like, what if that guy's from Wano? He's kind of Japanese-y. What if he's secretly a big deal? And I'm kind of like, yeah, that would be interesting.
I think we've talked about that. It's definitely possible, but we just don't have enough information, I think, to know right now. Maybe he's waiting for... my guess is that this guy is somehow related to what's the name of the clan that, like, the whole thing going on here with Momonosuke?
Kozuki,
the Kozuki clan. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's waiting for Momonosuke. Maybe he's waiting for those retainers, the cat boy or the dog man. I don't know. We just have no idea. We'll see. But we do know that this guy is, like, allied or, like, living with. He is the sensei, apparently, of this girl who says she's, like, an attendant or, like, related to the Kozuki clan. So, got to be some affiliation there. So, I don't know. Something to do with that.
Yeah, so now we're getting a bit of backstory as to what this place is.
Yes.
Amigasa Village. It used to be a village by the sea, and ex-Drake fucked it up, apparently.
Now, this is fascinating. And then the next comment is just that the 5 samurai who guarded the village were all defeated. And the entire village was destroyed. Now, has anyone seen this online meme image that gets posted all the time of there's a Japanese man, who says the 5 men who run this town will kill anyone who isn't funny? Does anyone go on 4chan and post in those threads? Because I do, and I always am a very funny boy. That's why I'm allowed in Amigasa Village, where everyone has to be funny, or you're murdered by D.A.'s Drake. Okay, but beyond that, I actually like this a lot. This is my favorite panel so far in all of Wano, except for the big, reveal of Wano to begin with. That was, like, the coolest thing. Oh, also Robin. But beyond that, because, like, we're learning here about, like, kind of the way that this place operates. They're like, yes, a village, standard village. This is Amigasa Village. By the way, in Amigasa, it was said somewhere, is, like, the name for that type of straw hat. And you can see, if you look at the houses, they look like they're hats kind of on top. So clearly this was, like, a hat-making village or something. Yeah, it's cool. And then, like, right, the standard thing that Wano towns have, 5 samurai who guard the village. And I'm just like, oh, isn't that a cool system? They have samurai who guard the town as opposed to, like, a police force, and we know the Marines ain't here.
That's how actual feudal Japan was like, isn't it? Like, samurai would be like the lords of the area. They were like the military, but they were also like the nobility. But I mean, some samurai were more noble and more rich than others.
Sure. My knowledge of Japanese lore, IRL lore, is not particularly diverse. Although I have seen Bill Wirtz's History of Japan, so I should know this stuff inside and out by now. But don't samurai, like, traditionally serve a lord, though? So isn't there, like, a lord above them?
It's
no.
As far as I understand it, it's kind of like muddy and.
Okay.
There's like government officials, and they don't have really a police. The samurai act as like the enforcers of the law, but they can also be, not their own guy, but like they can be part of the military, and the military don't have to obey the government because they have all the strength. Yeah. So they can sort of push people around and be a kind of assholes.
Isn't that what happened? Okay, now we're getting into a little bit of lore, but like Rurouni Kenshin, I believe, takes place at like the end of the like Age of the Samurai, which is like the thing, and like the samurai I think overthrew like the old corrupt government or something. I mean, I don't know if it was corrupt or not really, but and that was a thing.
I mean,
and then, like the samurai established power.
I think it's good to establish that both of us do not actually know anything about real Japan.
Yeah, sure.
We know only through anime and Bill Wirtz.
That's correct. My two sources of knowledge in all things. Okay, but anyway, that was cool. Moving on. Now, this is another fascinating panel. Tengu Man is saying the only prosperous place left in the Wano Country is the flower capital where Orochi the Shogun resides. The rest of the country,
like Orochimaru and Orochi the demon from Okami, and
I was
all
gonna
the other
say,
things that say Orochi because it means like evil asshole.
It's just like Orochi is just in like tons of Japanese stuff because it is like a traditional Japanese like evil demon thing that's just very famous. So a lot of people put it in, video games and whatnot. Where's Amaterasu? I want to see her. She's cool. Yes, this is Okami. Also, what I love about this is we're really, and by the way, the other great thing about this is, so they also say that these were the last two people, Otama and Tengu Man, are the last two people in Amigasa Village. With this and the poisoning last chapter and the stuff we see a little bit later in this chapter, we are really, really seeing the massive impact that Kaido's occupation of Wano has had and the absolute fucked up way it's destroying this place. As opposed to, I mean, like we saw this happen with fucking Alabasta. Alabasta was in the middle of a civil war. It was all kinds of fucked up. This place is obviously fucked up. With Dressrosa, like, the point was that things were going on, like, under the surface, but were massively fucked up. But it was, like, a little less tangible. This I just really like, because we're just getting so much flavor.
It's a big... It's like a big, like, classic, simple idea of, like, a guy in power is not caring about the people enough. And we've got, like, a better ruler who is, like, fit to rule. Momonosuke and his dad, or whatever, that clan, and we got to put them on the throne, and the reason he's, it'll be like we cut to the flower capital, we see the shogun, and he's just living the big old opulent life, and Kaido is there just saying, yes, you may be the emperor, but we're in control, haha.
Yeah. I mean, I'm really getting a feel for how bad this Orochi guy is. I can't wait to see him. But, like, we can see what his policies are, like, doing to Wano. He says, like, 4 years ago, this place started. Well, okay, let's just go on to the next page, where there's just more discussion of this. Yeah, 4 years ago, the people in the village were living in famine. People often starved to death, and it was about to end when pirates washed up. So just before we get on to the pirates, like, yeah, this place has been really going to shit, and, well, I don't know. We don't need to get... pretty much summed it up already. Very, very good. Want to see Orochi, bad boy. But the pirates... Oh, a little... Now, this is fun. I just like this just a lot. Just a lot. So these pirates wash up, see? And so the villagers tie them up because they're bad pirates. They steal all their food. They eat the food in front of the tied-up pirates. And as soon as they're done, the pirates all free themselves and are just like, hey, that's cool. Where can we get some dessert? Because these kind-hearted folks, the Ace pirates, they just wanted to let them eat the fucking food. They didn't take revenge or anything.
They knew that if they tried to escape, it would be seen as like an act of aggression, and it wouldn't go over well. So they just waited while they ate.
What a patient, nice group of people. And by the way, I was trying to figure this out. I couldn't actually find any hints. But so this is Ace and a couple of his lads. I think this is before he joined the Whitebeard Pirates. Does that seem accurate to you, Gib?
I mean, I can't tell. I can't see his back.
Yeah,
so
we never see his back, so I didn't actually know. But he only has like 2 or I think maybe 3 guys with him. So it looks to me, and he says something about like coming back with a bigger crew. So I think this is just when he was in the Spade Pirates, when he was, the captain or whatever. Just, little flavor point. I don't know exactly when he joined the Whitebeard Pirates. Anyway, Otama got real close to him. And apparently they hung out for a few weeks. By the way, which is something Luffy has, like, never done. He's, like, never hung out in a place for longer than, like... The longest I can think of was at the end of Alabasta. I mean, it took a while to get around Alabasta, but at the end, they just stayed long enough to, like, heal and then run away.
Yeah, a lot of the time, it's like, he goes to a place and... It's either, like, he's running from the Marines or, like, something, and he has to leave.
Yep.
or he's just like he just gets over like a big battle and then he leaves immediately after. Like Dressrosa was that. I don't know. I guess he's just not one for sticking around. He's like he gets antsy and he's not as patient as Ace.
And you know who's impatient? Me, the reader. So I got no problem with that. Although I guess they could just do a one panel like 2 weeks later, sort of thing.
Yeah, it would be.
Oh, you know
pointless.
what? At the end of Water 7, they hung out while the Sunny got built, or the.
Oh yeah.
So that was a while, but they had to wait. They didn't have a fucking ship. So fair enough. Anyway,
I like stuff like that. By the way, I really like the running joke of this guy's nose blocking Luffy's face perfectly. Yeah. It's too big.
It's just simply massive. By the way, this guy clearly is a master of armament hockey that he uses in his face at all times. Impressive. What's he planning with that nose? It's making me nervous. Get that away from my posterior, sir. Go beyond away. Okay, anyway. So Luffy's just like, where's the doctor? We gotta take her and get some food and water and get a doctor. And the guy's like, oh, you gotta go find them. They're elsewhere in the fucking capital, so you gotta go there. And then Luffy's like, well, all right, I know what I gotta fucking do. I'm gonna take Tama. I'm gonna go to the capital. Gonna get some fucking healings and shit. And so Luffy gets decked out with a sick new kimono. Yeah, Japan. And they also do his hair. Which I get just every character
it's
just
for
has
disguise,
this.
So that he looks like a local.
I guess that's true. What a disguise it is.
And then he picks up a cursed sword.
Yeah.
This is kind of interesting. I don't know whether this sword has ever been brought up before. I wouldn't remember if it had. World-renowned sword. One of the 21 great grade swords. Nidai Kitetsu.
Yes.
And then we've got a little explanation of swords. Have we seen or heard about this before?
Yes, we have. During that first time when Zoro goes to the weapon shop in Rogue Town or whatever, he has a discussion with that guy who at least says most of this information, and I know this information is like already known. Some of it might have come from an SBS. I forget exactly where it's from. But, we're getting some new information. Like, for example, apparently fucking Whitebeard's, like, halberd thing is one of these great swords.
I think
pretty
there's
cool.
Whitebeard's halberd. There's that, like, what's the rose petal swordsman from Marineford? Vista, yeah, that rapier there, I think, is his. And then we can see Zoro's cursed blade.
Yep, we see the Japan one there. And there's a spear, which I don't think we've seen before, but, pretty cool. By the way, just for fun, I counted these swords. There are 11 in this frame, so these are not literally the 12, like, best swords. I think this is just a mixture of, like, there's 21 great, 12 supreme, and 50 skillful. And this is just, like, some combination of those. So they're not saying that, like, Whitebeard's sword is, like, literally number one or anything. Just saying. I thought that was interesting.
I feel like Whitebeard would have a number one sword, because none of the other...
He is Whitebeard.
Aside from Ace, not Ace, Shanks. Is Shanks' sword here?
It has never been mentioned. What his is. It's his, I think, is a katana. I can't remember. I'm going to Google it real quick.
I feel like it has a hilt that's not a katana thing.
Yeah, he uses... he should be like the classic pirate...
Like a swashbuckling
cutlass,
cutlass boy, yeah.
All right, I'm clicking on this fucking thing. Okay, his is like a hand guard, and we definitely don't see one with a hand guard. Maybe on the corner on the bottom left there?
Yeah,
okay,
I was thinking that.
We can't confirm one way or another. Also, it doesn't look... It's got a rounded... I don't know, it could be that? I don't know. Look, it doesn't matter. The point is, some of these swords are really cool, and there you go. And Kitetsu, specifically, the one Luffy's got here, are Zoro, of course, if you forget. This is the sword that Zoro got at Rogue Town from the literal bargain bin, where he actually was given it for free, because it is a cursed sword that gives you bad luck. And Zoro almost chopped his arm off, but didn't.
How does he have it?
Well, no, so it works like this. This isn't literally the same sword. This is a sword also by Kitetsu. This is the Nidai Kitetsu, which means probably two I think ni means 2, dai means great, so it probably means like the second great sword by Kitetsu. And okay, you know what? Let me just look it up, just for everyone's autism. Zoro swords. What is the name of his?
Ni gives it like number 2, so like this is the second one. So like dual wielding these 2 cursed blades make you double cursed, or they give you super powers or something.
Ah, okay, yep. He has the Sandai Kitetsu, and San means 3. So he probably has like the third one that was made in this line. So there you go. There you go.
Interesting.
Yep, and Luffy's here is the second in that line. Well, there you go. Isn't that cool? My Japanese pays off.
I just realized that if there's 3, like his one is the third, and he's like, there's a potential of having 3 of these cursed blades. But he will not give up the one that reminds him of the girl, like the one that's important to him. So like even if like there's a chance for him to like have all 3 of the cursed blades, and there's like you have unimaginable power if you have all 3 of these. He'll be like, no.
Sure. It's like a Pegasus attack from Fire Emblem when you use all 3.
Dude, I'm being serious. What if a guy says that and he's like, fuck no, this is a special sword. I have it because I'm special. I can't give up this one.
Maybe.
It'll be like a moment.
You know what? You know what's possible? I just thought about this. It is possible that, like, because there's like a thing about Zoro's, what's the one called? It's the big Ryuma's sword. I'm gonna fucking look it up. But in the meantime, like whatever that one is, like that, there's a thing about that, like, and people want that returned to Wano generally. So like maybe a thing's gonna happen where, like Zoro retires this sword at the end of this arc, or like he gives it back gracefully to the people of Wano, and maybe this sword that Luffy has here, because I'm kind of like, why exactly did Luffy get a sword? This seems kind of silly. He's not a swordsman. I mean, I know they're cool and all, but I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, it seems a little strange. Maybe what'll happen is that this sword will end up replacing this one if Zoro gives it back to these people, because, you know, Zoro would need a third sword. I don't know, just a theory, just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind.
I do kind of like that the cursed sword Zoro got at the very beginning of the adventure is like, might be like the most relevant because it has 2 siblings.
That's true. Probably has more than 2 though.
Sword man.
I mean, I guess there could be only 3. I mean, he got the third one. Yeah.
I just like that another one of that is like, because I thought after his like one of the swords rusted, and then he got like
that was so sad. Yabashiri or whatever it was.
It's like his cursed sword is like the second oldest that he has at the moment, and I think I just assumed like the oldest one is the one that's like on the chopping block, but that might continue to be his sword for the rest of the series.
Definitely possible. I mean, I think people generally like the idea of like Zoro using a cursed sword. He's kind of like a demon guy, you know, a little bit. So
a little bit of
something
a demon.
going on. A little bit of a demon man. But so Luffy just grabs this sword and is like, I'm gonna borrow it. Fuck it. And he's like, no, you can't. And then he says, I'll trade you for your sword. And the guy's like, no, my sword is also really good, so you can't take that. But yours is a cursed sword. I don't want to touch it, and you will be cursed, Luffy. Don't take it. You're going to hurt Otama. She's traveling with you. Please stop. And Luffy just doesn't listen to any of this and just runs away. What the fuck, Luffy? This is really retarded.
It's a cool sword. You gotta
just
run
take
with
a different sword. God damn it!
All he's thinking about, maybe he doesn't have a different sword.
I guess maybe he doesn't.
Maybe there's only those 2.
I guess that's possible. You'd think this guy's a swordsmith. Okay. Anyway,
we get to the funny fucking panel here. We got the dog jumping up, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna give us a ride? How convenient!
How fucking convenient!"
Yeah. There it is, everybody. There it is. The meme has been made real. Oda listens to the podcast and wrote this in because the sheer amount of convenience of this dog. Oh, he just happened to want to take Luffy for a fucking ride. What are the fucking chances?
It's funny because this isn't really that convenient because he has already been riding the dog.
Well, that's true. Well, I guess the fact that the dog is willing to continue to give him a ride elsewhere, to like just go where he's going. I mean, Luffy could just literally walk. You know, it wouldn't be that hard, but easier to ride.
Where'd the baboon go, by the way?
I guess he just left. I mean, we haven't seen him, so I don't know. By the way, on the subject of convenience, let me just say, everybody, I know that we're memeing, we're dreaming, we're having a lot of fun with this whole convenience meme on the server. Join the pod Discord. It's linked below. But on the subject of all the criticism of my endless nitpicking of convenience, all I want to say is I don't think I was wrong about any of my specific points. At least they are my sincere opinions. But I just want to say that my point was never that One Piece is bad. No, not a lot of people said that because things are like too convenient. But like my point is simply that when a story makes too much basically up to chance, and it's not about the character like earning the things that he's achieved, I think that undercuts the point of the story. Like you gotta ask yourselves. Like, some people thought it was moralizing when I'm like, what lesson are the kids gonna take away when things just come to them? Like, that's sort of true, but calling it moralizing is too much. It's like, why do we read stories? Literally, why do we read stories? There's thunder outside. See, the gods are getting angry at your lack of understanding of my point. It's just, I think we all read stories, one, simply to be entertained, and two, to like see a message that we enjoy having reflected back at us. Like good beating evil. Like, we like that. That, like, feels good. Sometimes you want to watch bad guys beating good guys because it's like, ooh, the drama. Like, that's like a naughty thing that's happening right now. Ooh, evil's winning. Hee hee hee. So, like, there's a place for all this stuff. But, like, specifically, like, in a series like this, One Piece is a story about Luffy earning his way to becoming Pirate King. And, like, all I'm saying is, like, if Luffy was just literally handed, like, being Pirate King without earning it, like, that would not be satisfying and nobody'd like that. And just in a similar way, that is the basis of my criticisms of, like, when I feel Luffy just, like, is given things and doesn't work hard enough to earn them. And yes, I know that Luffy is an unbelievably lucky guy, and that's kind of much of the stuff that happens to him in the series, but less than you'd think. And like, you know, we haven't reviewed all of One Piece, so that I can't go back and criticize all the things that were plot conveniences that I didn't really care for. So that's it. I have nothing else to say on the matter. I will continue to criticize One Piece when there are things that I think do not coincide with what I personally interpret the messages of the series to be, which are just my personal opinion. And if you disagree, continue to voice them, but hopefully this has been clarifying. There you go.
Yeah. I think a lot of the time it is just the way you say things. Like, it's like, oh gosh,
that's true.
Stop yelling about it. But I generally like, I agree with your point. Like I did last time, I agreed with it. But I felt like in that instance, in that like chapter like example, it was largely inconsequential whether or not Luffy got handed landing on that part of the beach to meet that character. It just feels like it wasn't as much of a problem as any of the other times One Piece may have been convenient.
Oh, sure.
But like, as a time to just bring it up, I think it was maybe not the perfect time to bring it up, but I agree with the point.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. And like, it's true. Like, the stakes of those things were pretty low. But, I don't know. Like, my criticism was always not that, like, this is ruining the arc of One Piece. It was that I proposed
you had,
very
like,
small
reservations based on the fact that it was happening, like, a couple times in a row.
Yeah, and specifically that it, like, made the chapter more eye-rolly and less fun. And I proposed what I think is a very simple solution to, like, how to address my concern. But, you know, I get it. It's not always for me. That's fine. That's cool. That's it. That's all. All right. Anyway,
turn the page.
Indeed. So okay. Now, this is a big moment, everybody, because Tama here. Oh God, the lightning. Enaru, go back to the moon, sir. We've got Tama waking up, saying, "Big bro," but you'll notice, my fellow Joy Boy subscribers, that she is wearing Luffy's hat on her head, which, as you can recall from Arlong Park, when Luffy placed his hat on her head, is one of the most referenced moments as to why the Lu-Na ship is confirmed canon, and therefore the fact this younger, hotter girl has worn Luffy's hat now. She has replaced Nami, and this is canonically endgame ship material for Luffy. Do you agree, Gib?
What?
Luffy confirmed pedophile. All right. They're going to a doctor. She woke up. Oh, and she's really mad because he was worried about Ace.
Yeah, he put it on her head because
I think it's just because it's on a string and it like always hangs off the back of his neck.
It'll like strap her head to the back of his neck so that her head will not fall backwards while she's asleep. I guess that might be like a way to do it.
I mean, that's just how he always wears his hat like on a rope, like around his neck when he's not literally on his head, which I guess he's doing right now to show off his cool top knot. So it's fine. It's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, so the next panel, she's like, "Meh, Ace came back," and then even Luffy's like, "The whole world knows about the Summit War." Even Luffy is talking about like news, and so this is just pointing out how isolationist Wano is, which is cool. And this girl's all like, "Wah, he promised me that Ace would take me out to sea." And then we get another little flashback of Tama being a little 5-year-old.
Yeah, this whole thing reminds me a lot of Luffy and Shanks. It was like,
Yeah.
Shanks left, and Luffy was like, when I'm a big boy, I'm gonna go be a pirate too, and then Shanks left the hat with him. But Ace didn't leave the hat with the girl, probably because she makes hats and she wouldn't need it. But,
True. Also, distinction there. Luffy said he would become a pirate and come find Shanks one day and give him back the hat. This girl specifically requested to be on Ace's crew. So she's a little bitch. Luffy's an alpha Chad.
Well, wait,
gonna be his own boy.
I feel like, didn't Luffy say, "I want to be in your crew"? And he's like,
at first
fuck
he
you.
did. At
fuck
first
you,
he did.
Luffy, you can't do that. And then he'll say, "Fine, I'll be on my own pirate crew." Like he did it as like a response.
Well, yeah, but that was after a while. Yeah, I'm cutting him some slack. I think he was also 5 at the time. Whatever, it doesn't matter. So anyway, so Ace is like, "Oh, we'll come back when our crew's bigger," and this is why I think like he doesn't appear to be in the Whitebeards yet. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I've counted 1, 2, 3 other people besides Ace. There's the guy with the top hat, this like squat-looking dude over here, and then there's some dude with dreads who's not in this panel but was elsewhere. And he's like, "Oh, pirates have to be strong. You have to become an enchanting kunoichi by the time we come back," he says problematically, as his white knight friend comments, "Ace, does she really have to be enchanting? I'm sick of your casual misogyny, bro. Cut that shit out. Quit enforcing gender norms." And she's like, "I promise to adhere to gender norms." What were you saying?
You can have a fat ninja, guys. You know Choji? It's totally doable.
Although, very problematic. Choji achieves maximum power when he gets thin. Remember that? Remember that in early Naruto? Very problematic. I don't like that one bit, sir.
I can't remember, but I vaguely understand that happened.
That it was kind of, actually, it's actually good fat propaganda because, like, the whole point of, like, Choji... Okay, just quick Naruto analysis. When Choji had, like, his fight during the Sasuke retrieval arc, as it's known... like he ate those pills that like let him activate his like superpowers that are like his clan secret or whatever. And when he ate all 3, which by the way, probably a ripoff of Monster Point with fucking Chopper, though I don't remember if that was after that chronologically in real life. Anyway, what he got was like he gets so much chakra that like he burns off his fat really quick because like he's using all that energy really fast. But if he didn't have all that energy, he probably wouldn't have the energy to burn. So being fat's good. You stored up energy for this clan. So, there you go. Being fat is the right move if you are that guy with that ninja power.
Dude,
which is
Sasuke Retrieval is my favorite arm retrieval podcast.
You are correct. So anyway, so Otama's being a little whiny bitch. Wah, my friend's dead. Why did you do that, Luffy? Why'd you murder him? With words. But he was nice, he was cool. How can you say he's dead casually?
And then they get up to a wasteland.
I love the shot of this wasteland. This is the reality of Orochi and fucking Kaido. This is what's happened. You can see the factories in the background. I kind of can't wait to see this in the anime.
You can see that Japanese gate as well, right in the front of them.
That little shrine gate thing. Oh, this is sad. This is sad.
Yeah,
and
you're gonna this is like a real life cursed land.
Yeah,
like pollution. Pollution is real life curse.
Dude, remember in Kingdom Hearts 2 when you play in the Simba land and you run around on that big, like, desolate plain.
Yes.
Right? Right?
It feels like that indefinitely.
Hell yes. And there's a tiger right here, which is kind of like a lion, but not. And there's a boar, and they're chasing each other, and there's a croco shark. Nice. And now here's an interesting comment. Now, actually, this is actually brilliant writing, and I love Oda for doing this. So Luffy, in his way, points to a beast and says, "That looks delicious to eat." And she's like, only the samurai can catch that. Also, by the way, just so you know, Luffy, you wouldn't want to eat that boy, because those things are drinking the water that's polluted by these, like the factories and shit. So they are now poisonous, and you can't eat them, even though they look delicious. So what I love about this is that
it's making Kaido and all the Orochi and stuff on like they are the enemies of meat. Like he can't have meat, and it's personal. Doesn't care about all that other stuff. Like if I can't eat meat, I will punch.
See, this is the difference. I mean, Luffy will care sometimes if things are like bad enough. Like he cared that like Vivi's people were like killing each other, but like the fact that just like the environment is getting fucked up so that Luffy can't eat delicious food makes it personal, just like you said. And like Luffy's not the kind of guy who really cares about other people that much, as seen when he freed many, many criminals from Impel Down so that they could go rape and murder another day. Here he is, and this is great. I love this kind of stuff. And it just reminds me of like, there's like, if you're like this is a real environmental concern that like someone would actually give a shit about, as opposed to just like some namby-pamby like protect the earth shit, man. It's like, no, like delicious food, you can't eat it. I mean, I'm all for environmentalism and protecting the environment. But this is just way better.
It's really it would lead to a lot of funny moments when it would be like Luffy's starting a coup or like taking over the government so that he can have a delicious ham sandwich, so he can have a big old chicken leg, because there's no chicken legs in the wasteland.
Indeed. Hey, do you think Luffy would prefer a hamburger with the buns or just like a big thing of meat just by itself?
I think he's a meat lover. I
think you're right. I think he likes it not raw, but on the bone. Okay, well, anyway. So here's Luffy getting all mad.
There's a lot of innuendo in those sentences.
Oh, no. So here's the guy. She's saying there's a quarry and a weapons factory over there. By the way, they have not specifically said that it's devil fruits. Just pointing that out. Could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be anything.
Could be.
And then they got their... Oh, and then Luffy asks, well, how do they... Oh, and this, again, makes it even more personal. Well, what does Kaido and the fucking Shogun eat? Oh, they have their own personal, unpolluted farm. So now this is an actual war of food going on here.
Yeah.
Something Luffy can totally get behind. I'm way into that. This is great.
Yeah, and it's writing. Also like personal reasons to go into the capital other than just to find your friends. It's like, I need food.
Yep, I really like when they give him I mean, it's kind of a light motivation. It's not like that serious, but it totally fits Luffy's character. More reason to hate Kaido in the game.
Yeah, like a problem like this, like Alabasta is like water. Like everybody can relate to that.
Oh yeah,
and then this one is food. Is like same sort of stuff. Dressrosa was like people forgetting people. Is like
that's a little more tangible. I actually quite like the idea. I like the subtlety of it.
It's sort of like Dressrosa was like an Illuminati sort of like problem. Like people were disappearing, but nobody would remember them. Oh no.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's fucked up.
Too bad. The Joker was not actually Illuminati and was instead a big tough man.
Well, I mean, he should have been. I mean, well, you know me. I always said it was a little weird how strong he is, but like, I guess he trained his whole life to be that strong. I don't know. Whatever.
I trained my whole life to be Thomas the Tank Engine.
Though he was like an ex-Illuminati guy because he was in the Tenryubito when he was a kid. But okay, whatever. So anyway, so they're on their way to this gate or whatever. They're looking for a doctor, and all of a sudden they hear some voices chasing, and a woman's like, "Kya, tasukete kudasai," and they're like, woman." And then Luffy, in his retarded way, just says, "Oh, someone said woman. Sanji, is that you?" Fucking retarded.
I mean, it's pretty likely that
now,
it is Sanji.
You say that's likely, but very conveniently, when Luffy, at one moment when Luffy says, "Where is that you, Sanji?" Conveniently, it happens to be another member of his crew that is right there. But anyway, we'll get to that now. So I actually really like this panel. It took me a couple of reads to figure out what was going on. So there's a woman running away, men on dinosaurs chasing her to kill her, and you can see a little guy dashing after them, running towards them to do something, and then the next page is just like the woman's escaping, just like a big BAM as like they explode. Fucking awesome. It's fucking sick. I just love this perspective of like Luffy looking at this like cool shonen thing happening off in the distance. I really like it a lot. It looks really cool. And then
I like
the guy,
stuff like that as well.
It's something about this is very funny to me. And then the guy is just like, whoever did that's like, oh well, I only did that to save the booze, so fuck off, woman. I don't care about you. And she like never gets drawn, so we don't really know who she is or what she is. I guess she was just a random woman. But anyway, this guy's like, I wanted the booze. Go, Zaru. Let me fucking drink this shit.
Wouldn't it be funny if like that woman was the only woman that had a different body type? We just didn't see it.
That would be funny. But we can see on the next panel. This is weird. Like they keep like covering up her face because we can't see her clearly at all. But like on the left,
well, maybe that's a deliberate thing. Like she's secretly important or something.
I'm starting to think it is deliberate at this point. I mean, I don't know. But like even there's a speech bubble covering her face on the next page as Luffy walks up and says, "Oh my God, it's Zoro! It's Zoro, guys.
There he is.
It's him. It's him. He's got all his swords. He escaped that execution thing just fine. He's looking badass as fuck. He looks totally at home in that lovely kimono." And he is he's like, Luffy, you're finally here. Oh, he legitimately looks thrilled to see Luffy.
Yeah,
Makes me really
was a
happy.
Great moment. It's like,
and then the big bro grab. Honestly, it makes me feel all kinds of happy. Oh, he's giving him a big hug. I love it. It's so cute. I absolutely love this fucking panel. He's so happy to see his friend. Oh, I love them. I ship them hardcore, guys. Hardcore shipping going on here.
Yeah, it's great when Zoro has like a character moment with someone else, because a lot of the time, since he's like the quieter member of the crew, along with Robin, he doesn't like participate in like the conversations that happen all the time. It's usually like Nami and Luffy, Brook, and Usopp and Chopper.
Unfortunately, like unlike Robin, like Robin's got the thing that's been going on of like liking dark, grim shit, and then also getting her little thought bubbles of like cute things, which has made her just like even more the best character of all time. But like Zoro really has not gotten anything to kind of fill the void, which is why I would definitely say that just like in an average conversation, Zoro's kind of the most boring one because he just like doesn't say much. But then on the other hand, whatever he says has more weight to it because he doesn't talk that often.
Yeah, so he's like a realistic
strong silent type kind of guy.
Strong silent type. Like
yeah, he is.
He can be a bro and he can smile and he's like not autistically moody all the time like the protagonist from some other thing. He is just a man of few words. And he doesn't mind, but he has like his principles and stuff, and he's like he's cool. He can have a party, he can drink a lot of booze and have some fun.
I'm just drinking in these panels of Luffy and Zoro together. Like this one of Luffy's big retarded face being like, "You've got meat," gesturing towards Zoro's dick, clearly fulfilling my ship even more so. And then like Zoro looks so handsome, and then we see Luffy biting into Zoro's meat. Again, very gay. Just look at look at him. Look at Luffy. Looking at Zoro as Zoro puts on his little thinking cap there. Oh, it just makes me so happy. How long has it been? It's been years since Luffy and Zoro have been together.
Man, has it? When was the last time?
Whole Cake Island was like a year and a half at least, and you know they left during Dressrosa. Zoro left to go. Oh wait, no.
No, they left. They went to Zova first.
It was at the end of Zo. You're right. Okay, my mistake. But Zo,
still,
though.
it was about a year and a bit.
Oh, it's been so long. It makes me so happy. Oh, my friends are together again. That's like I'm with my friends. Oh, it's a good time. Anyway, so Zoro has joined the party. Hop on. And you know, it's just fine to think about. Like, in the time since Luffy saw Zoro, Luffy defeated the handsomest man in the world, the most prettiest boy I've ever seen, Katakuri, and become the 1.5 billion berry man. Most wanted man in One Piece that we've seen the bounty.
Oh yeah,
of. And it's just
Zoro and the guys know that.
It probably. I mean, why would they? This place is isolationist, and who's gonna fucking tell them? And like Luffy's never gonna mention it, probably ever again, because that's just the kind of guy he is. The newspapers will talk about though, probably once they're outside Wano. Yeah, this is just great. Makes me happy. That's can't say much more about it than that. But then all of a sudden, as Zoro's joined the party, fucking this man appears, the headliner. Boom, there he is, kind of without any fanfare. Bam, there he is, Basil Hawkins. Conveniently happens upon them right here. A little bit convenient, but okay, not a big deal. And
it wasn't that convenient. He was already
he was searching. He was searching for him anyway. That's true. That's true.
Those monster tracks to follow.
That's true. But I mean, okay, so Zoro and Luffy confronted with Basil fucking Hawkins. Zoro knows that he's working for Kaido. Here he is.
That is a very cool reindeer, something or other.
Yeah, I mean, a bunch of people have said how cool that reindeer is. Could this be Chopper's new wife? Could this be his soulmate that we're seeing before our very eyes?
This is Chopper's new dad.
So, yeah, it looks like it. I legitimately want Chopper to have more interactions with reindeers. I legitimately want that to be a thing that happens significantly more, because Chopper
When are
needs
we gonna
something.
When are we gonna get the Christmas arc where we find out Father Christmas is real in One Piece?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately,
and then Chopper has to fly the sled, but he can't because that's not his devil fruit.
If you recall, in a way that never made any sense, there were several panels during the Drum Island arc that like had Chopper pulling the sleigh as like kind of the Rudolph figure.
Oh yeah, that's
never
right.
Made any
that was
sense,
just like
because like Chopper can't fly, and like why is he so high in the sky? I don't. Oh wait, it was the wires.
It was the wires.
The wires. Yeah. Okay, you're right. I totally forgot about that. I never put that together till right now, or at least I forgot for a long time. Okay, cool. Anyway. So here's Kaido. No, not Kaido. Fucking Basil Hawkins. In Wano Country, you got two options.
Kaido just appears.
Well, maybe Kaido literally ate the reindeer fruit, and that's him that Hawkins is riding on. Canon. Confirmed. Wouldn't that be weird, though? Wouldn't that be, like, so random? Because Kaido's kind of a freak. Maybe there's, like, a thing that he gets off on, you know? He likes to change into a steed and be ridden by his subordinates, you know?
What if Kaido is Equius?
Oh, God, my favorite, the best character.
If he was like that, if he was actually like that, that would be the best.
We know that he's kind of a masochist. He tries to kill himself.
He wants to kill himself all the time.
That's his hobby.
I'd love
Oda.
Kaido to be so silly that he could actually be an ally in some way.
Dude, we've seen... Okay, Katakuri, best character of all time. Equius is the best character in fucking Homestuck. Fuck all the others, I don't care about them. Equius is the best. Make it happen, Oda. Please make it happen. Oh my god,
please read
that.
Homestuck and watch Arm Retrieval and then get back to us.
Yes, exactly.
With a chapter.
God, I want that so bad. Like Kaido's introduction when he first showed up was like a 10 out of 10 introduction for the guy to begin with. We see him first attempting suicide. It was literally 10 out of 10. It was like one of those magical moments that I'll never forget. I remember reading that chapter and just being completely blown away. Yeah, do more. You know what? Big Mom's backstory was also a fucking 10 out of 10. Absolutely loved it. Knocked it out of the park. And we know Oda is going to do more shit. He's got to make Kaido interesting. He's got to make him cool. Something about these rocks going on in his past. I feel
like even if some aspects of this arc are lacking, like some characters don't get fleshed out, Kaido at least will get his fair share.
No doubt. By the way, just speaking of Kaido and the rocks, just as a complete aside, if everybody, are you aware, ladies and gentlemen, that Big Mom is 68 years old? Sorry, I'm building to something with this. I just want to double check this. She is... Yes, okay, Big Mom is 68 years old. And now, how interesting is it... This just adds to the whole rocks theory that's kind of running through this stuff from Reverie and whatnot, that Oda chose to put, of all ages, Charlotte Linlin in that SBS drawings that he did at age 48 and age 28. And we know that the rocks disbanded at 40 years ago. So how convenient is it that he just happened to choose to depict her at exactly the age that she would have been when the rocks like disbanded or like whatever happened with them? I'm just saying. Adds more to the credibility of the theory. That's all I got.
Interesting.
For you. Yeah.
One thing though, I think some people mentioned in the Discord is there appears to be like a One Piece movie coming out called Rocks.
What? Is that true?
Yeah, well, like, announced. I don't know when it's coming out. But, like...
Fuck?
Wait, actually, maybe that was fake news. I can't remember whether it was confirmed real or not. But, like, I was wondering about that, because it might have been It might have been like, oh, we'll learn about the rocks in a movie, and it's not actually fully canon, and I don't know.
Okay, you know what? All right, because Oda built to not the gold film.
Shiki.
Yeah, he built Tashiki like way ahead of time, and like in the canon, he used things to build up to that. You know what? That would totally be something Oda would do. Like he would build up this thing for like a movie where Luffy like fights the revived leader of the Rocks, who's now like an old man, or maybe he became young again. Like I don't know. I mean that's definitely possible. We definitely can't say for sure that it's like true or anything, but
I just don't know. I don't like movies taking cool stuff out of the manga, but
because the movies are so much worse. They're so much worse than any given chapter. I've always said that. Except that one, the one good movie of One Piece is that one with the. It's like it's just a total side story, you know, with the weird flower and the zombie guys and all that stuff. That was good because it like didn't steal anything from the manga. It was just like new stuff.
Yeah.
You know, if there had just been like an arc in the manga of Luffy fighting Shiki, I am positive it would have been way better than the movie because the movies feel really rushed and we don't get a lot of backstory.
Yeah, it just sort of feels like. Because
totally
it happened in the movie, they can't have it happen in the manga, and then a character that was talked about in the manga never appears, and it just sort of I don't want to have to go do other things.
Look at Film Z. Like Film Z also had the kind of stuff that tied into the manga, but like Zephyr has like never been mentioned, and like I know he like dies at the end of that movie, but it's just kind of like weird that like everything that happened in that movie. Okay, first of all, it's weird that, like, the stakes were unbelievably high in that movie. They, like, were going to, like, destroy, like, the entire Grand Line was, like, the thing going on that with these, like, weird explosives. And it's like, if that's... okay, you've now introduced this, like, thing that... these, like, explosives that are so powerful they can destroy the entire Grand Line. Like, shouldn't the Navy be, like, using that now, like, in the manga if they're so good? It's like, no, because we're using movie logic, and those things are, like, semi-canon. And, it like, it's... I mean, that's why I just don't really... I haven't seen Filled Gold yet. Yeah.
On his arm.
Oh, that's true. Wait, who?
I don't know. The Z guy.
Oh, well, I mean, it was
he had a big metal thing on his hand or his arm.
It never made any sense to me. Like, that thing was optimized for killing devil fruit users. But that thing weighs like 1 million pounds. Like, this is slow. You're, like, slow with that. I don't understand. He fought Kizaru,
I just consider all the movies not canon because considering them canon
nothing
is
important
just
happens.
Unfortunate.
You can't. The fact that I can read One Piece, just not watch the movies, and I've lost nothing, I think really tells you all you need to know about how important they are. Which is to say, they're not. Though I do hear that Film Gold is actually good. It's probably worth like the 2 hours of my time to watch it. Maybe you and I should do that one of these days, Gib. Maybe you and I should.
Maybe.
You know, that might be fun. I don't know. If we charged per episode as opposed to monthly, I'd be far more inclined to do it. Maybe we can.
Incredible.
I don't know. We should live stream.
By the way, I just want to say on this last page.
Yeah, sure.
Luffy's face again looks kind of weird. He's got a big tooth.
He does have big top tooth. That's true.
He looks a little bit like a stereotypical cartoon, like dazzling gleam. Shiny shoes, businessman, cartoon guy, with his mouth.
I see what you're saying. It may be a little silly. I think it looks better than like those other faces we talked about last time. But you know, one final note also about this last panel here. I just love this. This is very cute to me. That if you notice, there's that grip sound effect as Zoro grips his sword. And then Luffy grips his. They're like sharing a grip sound effect because there's 2 little arrows, one for Luffy gripping his sword and Zoro gripping his. I just think that's cute, and fuck you if you disagree. I like it, okay? Die.
I don't think anyone would have a problem with that.
Well, good. Though, okay, one final point here. It's like, what exactly is Luffy about to fucking do with this sword exactly? He is not a swordsman. This has been well established, as you can remember from Thriller Bark, at the very least, where he was given a sword, says, I don't know how to use a sword, and then they shoved a swordsman's soul into him, or a shadow, and then he could use a sword. And he's like, whoa, how'd I do that? So, like, I think Luffy is literally doing this to be cool. But the only downside of that is he's fighting Basil Hawkins. I've been waiting like a decade to see Basil Hawkins do cool stuff, and to have Luffy just like goof around, look, I'm gonna wait. I'm not freaking out about this. It's just like, let's not like rob Basil Hawkins of like the gravitas the character deserves. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this guy yet. He does like the thing where he's like, the 98% chance that you were the culprit and a little bit of a robot. Haha.
Yep, that's his thing. He uses the cards and predicts stuff. That's
But I haven't seen him fight really. Oh, he did the funny straw man, like literal straw man, like a man voodoo guy.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
So he does that.
You know what? Also, I'll say it also makes more sense that Basil Hawkins found them because he can like kind of read the future and stuff. So like that's cool.
Yeah,
like, that's cool.
I think what's gonna happen though is like next chapter we're gonna cut to some other characters like Sanji and like, Carrot and all that.
No,
and then they're gonna be like, "Where's Luffy?"
You know, you're probably right because we got so many characters to juggle. But I just don't want that. Please, just like let Luffy have an adventure for a while. You know what? I disagree. I think we're gonna watch Luffy do some stuff. This is our chance. We're gonna get to know Basil Hawkins a little bit more.
Maybe it'll be both.
You know what? I'm gonna put it right down now.
Maybe we'll have half the fight, and then it'll cut to Sanji.
Yeah, maybe. I think what's gonna happen is we are going to. You know what? Okay, it is actually a good chance to like see what the other characters are up to, but I think this is our chance to really start to learn about Basil Hawkins. I'm predicting that next chapter is going to be a literal banger. I bet it's going to be awesome. That's my prediction. Because we've got Basil here. They're face to face. Zoro's back. Luffy's got a sword. He's a samurai now. Who knows what's going to happen? That's all.
You're going to slice something.
He's going to cut him. He's going to cut him up. Now, tragically, One Piece will be on break next week. So, I want my swords, man. No. So we'll be back in 2 weeks, hopefully, if everything goes according to plan. And that'll be that. So I guess I've got nothing else to say. You any further comments, Hippo, my man?
No. Go to the Patreon at the Podcast Pirates and give us cash.
Patreon.com/thepodcastpirates. Join the Discord and don't be a lowly whitey slave, subhuman. Be a glorious human, actual human who I respect the human rights of, colored, such as myself. That's what you need. Hashtag gas all whites. Hashtag kill all whites. That's me. That's my real political opinion. Thanks for watching this episode of the podcast, everybody. We will see you.
What if you saying hashtag that actually makes it like that new hashtag thing that happens on
appears?
YouTube videos?
Hashtag kill all whites starts appearing at the top of all podcast episodes.
That'd be unfortunate.
Yes. That would be unfortunate, but it would blow the whiteys the fuck out. So I really like that. Please do that, YouTube. All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We will see you in a couple of weeks with a new fucking chapter. Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen.